Hi, I'm Shelley, and I'm the Activities Director for the Dallas Modern Quilt Guild. I'm here to demonstrate our very first block lottery of 2024. We are going to be making improv basket blocks a la Gwen Marston. One of the things I want you to keep in mind is it's only 2 fabrics plus the handle, but the 2 fabrics that you're going to use for the basket and the background, we want a lot of contrast. So for instance, I have a floral, and a polka dot. So I have a lot of contrast. And if you want to make these bright, that's great. Also, they'll be fabulous. We want these to be bright and scrappy, and with a lot of contrast, they're going to be beautiful. Also, making the handle is a little bit of bias. Don't worry, it's big bias. Just cut slowly and use a little spray start if you feel like you need to. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, by the way, the unit size for this month is 2 blocks is the unit size. So if you make 2 units, which is 4 blocks, then you'll get your name in twice in the lottery. Also, if we have enough people that make 4 blocks or 2 units, we can have 2 drawings at the meeting. So I hope you enjoy this demonstration. I can't wait to see the blocks y'all bring in. All right, let's talk about cutting. Out of one of your fabrics, you'll need an 8-inch square cut block and a 9-inch square cut block. Conversely, of the other fabric, this one is cut 8 inches, this one is cut 9 inches. And let me demonstrate how I cut the handle on the bias for you next. This is the fabric I'm going to use for my handles. So to cut this on the bias, I'm going to take my ruler, and there's a 45-degree mark right here. And I'm going to line that up with the edge of my fabric. Now, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to cut. Ta-da! We're going to cut these at 2.5 inch wide. This is honestly an ish. If you wanted to do it a little thinner or a little fatter, that is perfectly okay. So let me cut this. So this leaves me with my bias cut strip, which I'm going to use for the handle. And what we're going to do with this is I'm going to go sew this just like this. I'm going to put the wrong sides together. Then I'm going to take this and press it and open in a way where the open seams are on the back side of it. So when you sew it down, you'll never see that. So let me go ahead and make my bias stem first so you know what I'm talking about. Then we'll come back and work on the body and background of the basket. So you can see I've taken this, put the wrong sides together. I've sewn it up like this. So now I'm going to go over to my iron, and actually I probably will press this open. Let me go press that and show you what that looks like. Okay, I actually cut 2 of these, and you can see I've pressed them. That way, this is what I'm going to have for my handles. In my opinion, it's just easier to press these like this. Okay, now let's get to the business of cutting the baskets with the background. 9-inch square, 9-inch square. When you cut this, just remember we want to leave a room that we have plenty of room for the background. So just be mindful of that. But change your angle up. I like that. I think it looks good. Okay, ta-da. This one's going to have a little skinnier base. That's okay. If you want to make it wider, it's certainly up to you. All these looking different is what's going to make for the quilt to look wonderful. So there we've cut it. So this is one. And we'll sew those together. And then after that one's sewn together, take my two backgrounds here, sew them to my vase here, or my flower basket. Looks like a vase though, yeah, isn't it? Kind of. Okay, so you get the idea. And we will trim these up. I'm not so worried about where everything is. Just you know, you want a little 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch there, but do not worry about matching it up perfectly, because that's not the idea. These are not precision blocks. These are improv blocks meant to go together in a different, funky way. Let me go put these together and I'll press them and show you what they look like. I've sewn these together so they're opposites of each other. Now, one thing we want to do is take your background fabric, which this is my background on this one. Take your bias. We're going to put it down. Ooh. You could probably use a glue stick on this. I'm going to pin. And also, I'm not worried about if this matches up over here. I don't really care. That's not what this is about. So let me pin these, and then I'll show you how I sewed these. Okay, let's go sew. All right, let's get this under the needle. And just sew like an 8. You get, or you know, you're right there on that edge. You'll see where it is. This is not. If you're anywhere from a 1/4 to an 1/8, you're fine. This is gonna, and this will lay down. I do want to mention that when you lift up your press-a-foot and move this, make sure your needle is down. It makes your life a whole lot easier. Ask me how I know. Went down like a charm, but there you go. This time I think I'm going to sew the inside first. Let me see which one makes that easier. I don't remember. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the key to this. Sew your inside down. Inside side of your handle down first. This is so much easier. I just trim those off with the scissors and eyeballed them. I'm gonna go give these a little press just to make them lay flatter, and then we'll attach the two pieces. Okay, there's my handle. Here's my basket. Let's just line these up and sew that seam across. Oh, it's cute. I can't wait to press this and show y'all what these look like. Let's get this other one sewn. Oh, I want to point out I did just press these to the outside just because it was easier. This is a project where you absolutely want to press for ease of construction. Okay, look, our finished baskets. Aren't they cute? One thing I will mention, this was a little easier to sew down when I sewed on the inside first. You don't have to. I know I cut these at 2.5. My very first set that I did, which I'm going to show y'all, I cut that bias a little less than 2.5. I think probably, maybe I cut it at 2 inches. It was a little easier to sew down, and now that I'm remembering. But look how cute these are. So I have a lot of contrast in my two fabrics, and then of course my basket handle. I can't wait to see what everybody brings in. You know, that's the best part of the meeting, is everybody bringing me the blocks so I can hang them up. Good luck, have fun with this. I will see you at the March meeting.